Advanced vocabulary. Topic: Education.
Welcome to my YouTube channel, IGCSE English Kingdom.
Enjoying the content? Don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more. If you found this helpful, share it with your friends. It really helps the channel grow. Thanks for watching.
Pedagogy, the method and practice of teaching. Curriculum, a course of study in a school or college. Vocational, relating to training for a specific occupation. Matriculation, the process of being admitted to a university. Accreditation, official recognition of a school or program's quality. Extracurricular, activities outside the standard curriculum. Edutainment, educational content presented in an entertaining way. Literacy, the ability to read and write. Numeracy, the ability to work with numbers. Holistic, focusing on the whole rather than just parts, especially in education. E-learning, learning conducted via electronic media, usually online. Tuition, payment for education or teaching. Apprenticeship, training period for a trade or profession. Scholarship, financial aid for students based on merit or need. Bilingualism, the ability to speak two languages fluently. Fluency, the ability to speak or write a language easily and accurately. Cognitive, relating to mental processes like thinking and learning. Dyslexia, a learning disorder involving difficulty in reading. Pedagogical, relating to the science or art of teaching. Compulsory, required by law or rules, mandatory. Distance learning, education delivered remotely, not in a classroom. Assessment, evaluation or estimation of ability. Intellectual, relating to the ability to think and reason. Retention, the ability to remember or keep knowledge. Plagiarism, using someone else's work without proper acknowledgement. Proficiency, advanced skill or expertise in a subject or activity. Mentorship, guidance provided by a mentor. Interactive learning, education involving active participation. Independent study, learning conducted autonomously. Formal education, structured education typically in schools or universities. Lifelong learning, continuous voluntary pursuit of knowledge. Syllabus, the outline of topics in a course. Immersion, learning by being surrounded by the language or culture. Standardized testing, exams designed to measure educational achievement. Academic integrity, adhering to ethical principles in learning. Special needs, educational requirements for those with disabilities. Inclusive education, education that accommodates all learners. Critical thinking, analyzing facts to form a judgment. Interdisciplinary, combining multiple fields of study. Educational equity, fair access to educational resources and opportunities. Didactic, intended to teach or instruct. Experiential learning, gaining knowledge through hands-on experiences. Facilitation, guiding or managing a learning process. Remedial, intended to correct or improve deficient skills. Scaffolding, support provided to students to help them achieve learning goals. Kinesthetic learning, learning through physical activities. Socratic method, teaching by asking questions to stimulate critical thinking. Blended learning, a mix of traditional and online learning methods. Modular education, dividing courses into independent units or modules. Standardized curriculum, uniform educational content across schools. Adaptive learning, technology-based learning tailored to individual needs. Cultural literacy, familiarity with shared knowledge of a culture. Demographic shift, changes in student population characteristics. Flipped classroom, students study content at home and do practical work in class. Formative assessment, ongoing evaluations to improve learning. Summative assessment, final evaluations at the end of a learning period. Learning trajectory, the developmental path of acquiring knowledge or skills. Peer assessment, students evaluating each other's work. Articulation, connecting different levels of education seamlessly. Competency-based education, focusing on mastering specific skills or knowledge, learning autonomy, taking responsibility for one's own education. Vocational pathway, education geared toward a specific career. Undergraduate, a university student pursuing a bachelor's degree. Postgraduate, advanced study after earning a bachelor's degree. Meritocracy, advancement based on ability or achievement. Inclusive pedagogy, teaching strategies that include all students. Inclusive pedagogy, teaching strategies that include all students. Learning analytics, using data to improve educational outcomes. Academic rigor, high standards of intellectual challenge. Critical pedagogy, teaching that encourages questioning of societal norms. Collaborative learning, working together to solve problems or learn. Teacher-centered, traditional teaching where the teacher leads. Learner-centered, education focused on the needs and interests of the student. Autodidact, a self-taught individual. Self-efficacy, belief in one's ability to succeed. Cultural capital, non-financial social assets that influence educational success. Academic probation, a warning for underperforming students. Holistic assessment, evaluating a student's overall performance. Plurilingualism, using multiple languages effectively. Egalitarian education, equal access to education for all. Credentialism, overemphasis on academic qualifications. Enrichment activities, programs to enhance learning beyond the curriculum. Educational reform, changes to improve the education system. Student retention, keeping students enrolled in education programs. Professional development, training for teachers to improve their skills. Education policy, guidelines and rules governing education systems. Alumni, graduates or former students of a school or university. Asynchronous learning, learning that does not happen in real time. Benchmarking, comparing performance to a standard or peer group. Brainstorming, generating ideas collaboratively. Charter schools, publicly funded schools operating independently. Civic education, teaching about citizenship and social responsibilities. Co-curricular, activities that complement academic learning. Constructivism, learning theory emphasizing active student engagement. Continuing education, ongoing learning for adults after formal schooling. Core competencies, essential skills or knowledge required in education.